When I see somebody using the term dog whistle, I receive a subliminal message that they're not thinking critically enough. Okay, so when somebody says that something is a dog whistle, for example, the OK hand gesture, you might see it on your phone like this. A-OK. Now, of course, it means a lot of things in different cultures, and there are some ideologies and subcultures, and some of them being identitarian, that may also use it. But it is a nearly universal and a very easy to perform hand gesture that should not be demonized or made evil, because it's like making my hands right now. If this gesture was evil, or if I said this was evil, this meant something evil, that's a form of authoritarian control to tell you you can't do this very easy action that any human being can do. This is authoritarianism and libertarianism 101. I can do this gesture. And likewise, when I say something is just right, or I make a little circle, that doesn't mean anything. Just because there was a giant hoax, a joke played on 4chan, or I believe it might have been 8chan, in which they said this was something that was, I think, white power or white supremacy. There may be smaller groups that have co-opted this gesture, but they were promoting it. They were sort of publicizing this gesture. Of course, I call it the OK hand gesture hoax. They were publicizing this as a hate symbol. Now, this means okay. This doesn't mean bad. This means good to my culture, to my understanding. I see it used by all sorts of different people in my country at all different times. It doesn't seem to have any sort of cultural appropriation. It's just as simple as giving a thumbs up. You give a thumbs up, you give an okay hand gesture, you say, peace, man. These are so common, there's no sense in interpreting them as anything but innocent, okay? Because otherwise, people are always going to be on the attack, passively, whether they know it or not. And that's not a world that I want to live in. Okay, I don't want to be walking down the street and make a hand gesture that I make every day and have people go, well, what are you trying to say? I'm just trying to enjoy my Sunday afternoon, my friend. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, you've been looking at 4chan or 8chan, which spread it out to Reddit and spread it out to Twitter and Facebook and all these other places. But they say it's a dog whistle sometimes. When somebody, I've made a video actually about the dog whistle and what the problem with dog whistles is. So check that video out, but I'll talk about it here as well. Dog whistle is supposed to be a subliminal signal sent to only those that understand it. It's an intentional signal sent by somebody or something that's designed by somebody to give a message, to give marching orders or whatever it might be. Now, what this amounts to is mind reading. Okay? Somebody's perceived psychic ability that they don't actually have. And so I could point to something outside. Somebody could put up a flower. I say, that is a dog whistle. But who are they whistling to? I have to come up with that in my own head. Oh, well, she put up a flower. It's a black flower, so she's signaling to the black nationalists. That fascist. I can't believe old Margaret. Just like Margaret Thatcher. A big old fascist signaling to those nationalists like that. Those identitarians. Oh my God. And that's all happening in my head. Dog whistling is projection of the person saying, that's a dog whistle. What's in their head is the whistle. Okay? Now, if there is some symbolism that might be, if you have a person, you require at least two dimensions here. If there's a person that is, trying to virtue signal or to signal to a group normally, and they do something that is, of course, a symbol of that group, yeah. But, of course, a lot of mind reading, unless it's overt, transparent, a lot of mind reading takes place. And so, just as we cannot understand dogs, we cannot read minds. Mind reading is, of course, impossible. Now, I know somebody might put a comment below and say, what about Neuralink? Well, that's technology, and I look forward to more developments from Elon Musk and others, but I'm talking about good old organic mind reading is impossible. You know that. So, think more critically. That's what I say to those that use the term dog whistle as their latest exploration in projection.